You know what amazes me is when you're talking to someone, especially a professional, a business consultant, and before they can get a clear understanding of your business, they tell you it's not going to work. Without a clear understanding, they can't clearly articulate each aspect of your business or describe your business back to you. But they tell you it's not going to work. I just had that happen to me, man. At the Small Business Development Center, Temple University Small Business Development Center, with a business consultant. He didn't even understand the business. He's saying that's not going to work. And before I started explaining my business, because he had asked me to send him just a short business plan. He said he went over the business plan, he showed it to his supervisor, and he was asking me some different questions. But in the process of him asking me these questions, he's telling me about another individual who bought a business plan in there. He said that wasn't going to work. I'm saying to myself, I see why you're working, and this is nothing against the small, the SBDC, Small Business Development Center. SBDCA, Small Business Development, nothing against them. But I can see why you're working there and you wasn't successful in your business. He was telling me about a business that he had pitched to the Philadelphia Phillies, and a year later, that same business plan or whatever they pitched, that ideal that they pitched to them, the Philadelphia Phillies or somebody associated with them was running that same business. Just a lot of information that I didn't really need. I wasn't really focused on that, but I can see why. Because you have a habit, or it seems like you're in the business of just telling people that it's not going to work. And I can understand. We all have our opinions. But my problem is that he couldn't clearly tell me exactly each and every function of my business. He didn't understand it. So if you don't understand something, how can you tell anybody that it's not going to work? I mean, you can, but I mean, when you're in that position as a business consultant, you should have a clear understanding of the business before you express your opinion. That's just my opinion. And I would think most people would say that. I heard Dame Dash say this one time, man. He said, man, as soon as I hear that negativity, I get right away from them. And I agree with them. I don't agree with, I mean, Dame, to me, Dame is brilliant, but I can understand why people get away from Dame. I know a lot of people in the city that, well, not a lot of people. I know people who didn't work with Dame. A lot of the rappers that were signed to Rockefeller, especially my man Oskino. Man was from the same neighborhood, so that's my man. And, O hasn't have any bad words to say about Dame, but just from being around the rap industry and just hearing a lot of the things that Dame say and a lot of the antics, you can see why people get away from him. But one thing you can't take away from him, Dame, and you hear a lot of people say this. He's a brilliant dude, man. Brilliant dude. But one thing that I agree with him 100% is when somebody starts saying that negativity, that it's not going to work. I mean, it's time you got to get away from them, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to get away from them, because let me find out that my business is not going to work. I don't need you to tell me it's not going to work, because how do you know? You know how many thriving, successful business owners who done said the same thing, that they had so many people tell them, no, that's not going to work. And they have a booming, successful business in 2025. And this was told to them. So you have to get away from that negativity. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, man. It just blew my mind, because he didn't even understand what the business was, man. He told me I'm not a tech company. the developers who developed the site, when I first reached out to them and told them what I wanted to do, and that was the first thing they said, that you know that you're a tech company. I put in, well, I asked Chat GPT because I put a lot of information about my company into Chat GPT. So they have a lot of information saved. And I said, Chat, with all the information that you have saved about my business, am I considered a tech company? Came right back. Yes, you are considered a tech company, and broke it down and gave me reasons why. Some might say, well, you're not a tech company, but they brought it back and said and gave me reasons why you are a tech company, even though you offer entertainment, even though you offer sports, a sports themed environment. They gave me reasons why I am a tech company. So, it was just, man, it's just amazing, man. You have to stay away from that negative energy. You can have an opinion. If you understand each and every aspect of of a business and you express your opinion, I can accept and respect that. I might disagree with it, but I can accept and respect it. But if you can't clearly tell me exactly what my business is, how can you tell me it's not going to work? I have to get away from you as soon as you say it's not going to work anyway, because I don't need that negative energy around me. Because whether it's going to work or not, I will find out in due time. All businesses do. You understand me? But I don't need that negative energy from somebody who don't. And I keep saying the same thing, but it just amazed me, man, that he couldn't even articulate, couldn't even tell me. I'm not even going to use the word articulate. He couldn't even tell me exactly what I had just explained to him. He couldn't explain it back to me word for word or have a clear understanding. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. You're a marketing and sales company. No, we're not a marketing and sales company. But, it is what it is. Listen, man, Fast Cop Cab, man. I hope you're having an amazing day today, man. My day is always great, man, especially when I get on here trying to, build my YouTube channel, man. It's slow, man, getting no views on my content that I submit, but I'm not stopping, man. I'm not stopping, man, because that's a way to give up, is when you stop. Because eventually I'm going to get a little bit of feedback. Or I'm not going to use the word feedback. I'm going to get, viewers. I'm going to get a little bit of individuals who's going to start tuning into, and that little bit gradually get to a bit more, gradually get to a bit more, man. And then, what I'm really trying to reach is that entrepreneurial community. Individuals who's looking to launch another business or looking to build content around another business. So eventually we'll get there, man, because that's what FashComp is all about, man. Offering online business opportunities built around the fashion community and the sports community. It's all about digital fashion competitions, man. I know it's a new term, DFCs, that I'm throwing out there, man, but it's based around things that you see and do every day, man. The way you monetize and make money is the same way you monetize and make money on a lot of other digital platforms, man. Tips. And I'll give you a good example. Even on YouTube, it's called the Super Chat. On my platform, it's just called a tip. I see a lot of individuals who have their Cash App up on their content. That's like a tip. But I just have tips built in to my platform where fashion athletes competing in competitions can receive support through tips from community members who appreciate the content they submit. that competition post. All right. And you can also generate revenue from subscriptions, which is a tried and tested way of monetizing content online. And you can also sell ad space on each and every post that you submit for a competition. And you can also build partnerships based off the performance numbers of your competition posts because you have tools or features built into your competition posts that allow you to build performance numbers like your tags, detailing each item that you're wearing in your posts in terms of maybe your hat, your glasses, your t-shirt, your pants, your backpack, your pocketbook, your handbag, rather I should say. It could be your watch. You know what I mean? You're taking a full body photo showcasing your style as a fashion athlete competing in digital fashion competitions on the Fast Count mobile app. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The name of the channel is called Fast Count. Make sure you hit that. Make sure you hit that notification button, notification bell or button, whatever it is. That way, anytime I drop some content, man, you'll be notified. And let's get this channel pumping, man. We're not stopping. I'm not stopping, man. I can't stop. Because when you stop, that means you're giving up, and I'm not giving up. Eventually, we're going to build this channel. All right, man. As always, man, make sure you have a tremendous rest of your Wednesday, and we'll be checking in tomorrow. I'm trying to think of some more good things to talk about, man, but I want to keep everything focused around the Fast Count movement, man. There's no need for me to get on here making videos about nothing else, man. It's all about building the Fast Count movement and digital fashion competitions. More so than the Fast Count movement, it's all about introducing and explaining the digital fashion competition business, the DFC business, man. Fast Comp is just the platform. The operators of Fast Comp Pros, they are the individuals who create, manage, or create, publish, and manage the competition, and the fashion athletes are the individuals who compete in the competition. The most important part of a digital fashion competition event. Fast fans, fashion designers, fashion stylists, fashion models, the fashion manufacturers, the fashion retail stores. We all play a part and we all want to grow this amazing business together. All right, this is your man Fast Comp Cav. Once again, man, make sure you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, peace.